We've got two questions we're going to ask Ryan here. We got two questions we're going to ask Ryan, engaging. Awesome message, Ryan. I know we got some people rushing the stage today, man. It's awesome. It's so good. Hey, no, two questions that were really good that came in. I got them between services, and we're refreshing our thing now. But one, let's just talk about this real quick, because you said it in the first service, you didn't say it in the second service, that you and Donnie disagree about your not evolution, creation. No, you had disagreed about the 6 days and all that kind of thing. Yeah. So why do you disagree? Yeah.
I knew that was Donnie's question. But there are a lot of things from Einstein's theory of relativity,
yeah,
the second law of thermodynamics, just the idea of, astronomy.
Oh, your mic's off, by the way. No one's hearing your amazing answer.
The green light is on.
The green light's on. Okay.
The green light is on.
So we'll see. All right.
But anyway, so just second law of thermodynamics, the fact that the universe is expanding, and the rate at which it's expanding, some of the things that are astronomy-wise that you can see.
You got enough
yeah. But anyway, so I read this book called I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist.
Okay.
It's by Norman Geisler, who is it's the guy that is a seminary professor.
Yeah.
He had a seminary in Charlotte. Texas. He has one in Charlotte, one in California.
Yep.
But he wrote it with Frank Turek, and just there's a chapter in there that basically just walks through a lot of those scientific reasons and stuff.
Because that might actually be really good for people.
No, it's called I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It was really good.
Well, I'm with you. Actually, I'm a hybrid. Apparently, there's 6 different views.
I know.
That McNeely talked about one time, and I was like, well, I'm a hybrid of that and that apparently. So. I'm still going to heaven, so I think I'm okay. Yeah. All right. The second question was, it was a scriptural comment, and scripturally it was, it's a little bit outside of this context, but there's several places, at least thematically, where Jesus himself says it. Paul writes about the fact that there is a aspect of the mystery of the gospel being revealed. There's a mystery where Jesus said, "Look, all the things that will eventually come to light." And there's a great deal of faith that many people put into that, that hey, God's just going to answer it. We're going to get to heaven one day, and all this is going to make sense and all the things. And I don't disagree with that at all, 100%. I don't disagree with it. But we did talk about this. Is there any danger in that kind of just sort of it's all going to be revealed at some point?
Right. I think there's something to that. Just in the sense that Jesus says, this is all going to be revealed, but if the scientific community reveals it, what do you do with it? Right? And so I understand from a certain perspective, a lot of this stuff is going to come. I'm going to understand this stuff one day, way down the road. But the fact of the matter is, more things are being discovered. Sure. And the problem is we can't reconcile our faith with the things that are already being discovered. Right. And so how do we reconcile those two things, if that makes sense? Because there's always going to be an element of that. Even the Hadron Collider people were talking about these. I said it in the Higgs boson thing. It's so crazy, but the Higgs boson particle or whatever, they said explains this, and this, but it doesn't explain this, and this. So there's the mystery. I feel like is always going to be there. But it's just to the limits of science and where we're going to let science go and how we're going to engage in that conversation.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about that. What was it? The danger of the gap God.
Yes.
Saying, believing in a God that he just fills in all the gaps with faith. Well, the less that's unexplainable,
if the gap gets
then your God gets smaller.
Yes.
To a certain degree. So you want to be careful of that, but also, like you said, at the end of the day, I'm always the one that believes that, because I start with faith and it informs my science. But when science discovers something, I go, that's amazing what God did. Part of me, I love the fact that he gave us science to constantly unfold and reveal how he did what he did.
Right.
They at least they started the right way with the age of enlightenment. Right. They might have went off track, but I still love everything we discover, that it's something that reveals more of God to us. So, all right, well, thanks, Ryan, for finishing the series, and we're starting to, it's all standalone next series next week, the Power of Identity, and we'll be back with you then. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.